Welcome. Hey, how's everybody doing? You are listening and watching to Cryptechology. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. So, as you can see, I am not on camera today, and that's perfectly fine because you don't really need to see my face all the time. You really just need to pay attention to what's going on the screen and the words that are coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you? Do you? Alright, so if you guys don't know, head on over to Cryptechology, of course, and share this with your friends and family. I need to improve, I guess, how my videos are shown because it looks like I just have a little bit, and maybe um, we can go ahead and fix that. So, but there's a lot of content here. There are a lot of gems in here. Um, there's even like the video when I was telling people about Solana before the run up. Let's see if I can find that. Let's put Sol. Alright, so we got the video on the airdrops. Solana 8 months ago. Let's do learn about Solana now 11 months ago. Huge move coming soon. Strategy tuned for my Solana video, or stat tuned for my, so stay tuned, stat tuned. That's a, oh man, gotta fix that. Alright, 11 months ago. If you were watching any of my videos 11 months ago, you would have easily been able to level up off of that move, not financial advice. We went over the escrow example before Solana. Okay? And, oh, it actually got a lot of views as well. So, oh, I guess people like that. I should need to, actually, I probably should finish that. That's good to know. I haven't really, it's actually the first time that I'm going back and looking at my videos to see what happened, how many views, what's been going on. Another Solana video. This one was super long. I probably should clip this up and make some clips out of it. This is Future Royals sneak peek. That's still in the almost done. It's been so much work going on. Oh man. What is this? Solana new token, FutureSELF. Oh, this is me minting the token on Solana. This is going through the FuturePlex page. Token metrics. If you don't know about token metrics, let's see what else is done pretty good. Second level investment skills. People like this one, I guess. 7 months ago. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, the Bitcoin airdrop, that was good. No one knew about this one. This was a sneak one. Alright, that was all the Solana related videos. We're going to Bitcoin videos, BTC. Alright, so we do. Alright, so it's the Bitcoin mining video, my FutureBit Apollo. This is really, I really enjoy my FutureBit Apollo. Let's see. Oh, FutureBit Apollo performance. Alright, so we can make some more videos on that, it looks like. Let's see. Helium. We can make some more videos on that. This was add to that bag shorts. Looks like my shorts were doing really good too. FutureBit Apollo 1K. Alright. Yeah, so looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. See another short doing really good. Is it doing good because it's a short, or is it doing good because people like it? And they're just like, oh, it's 16 seconds, I can watch that. Who knows? Another short doing well. Alright, that's okay. So, we have a lot of work to do. But don't forget, just remember, this has always been about being educational, informative to you. It's not to monetize. If I can get this to monetize, that would be pretty cool. I mean, who doesn't like making some passive income? But I want to make sure I do this the right way, and you know, I at least provide some information that you guys can walk away with some actionable steps to take to help enhance your future self. If you guys don't know where to get the latest and greatest in crypto apparel, head on over to my store, Dogeword.com. Dogeword.com, crypto and Bitcoin apparel, Dogeword approved. This is my new store that we've been building out the community, working with other current content creators, other miners, okay? And now we're about to take it to the next level. So stay tuned for all of the amazing things that's going to come out of Dogeword.com. You can really get some new stuff. Is it the Emerald? Not Emerald. You want future self, not Emerald. But we got all of us. You see, we're all working together. It's about collaboration. So stay tuned. We got some more apparel that's about to be released in the FutureSELF Collection line. If you want to rep some more, I mean, check out Red Panda. Do you know Red Panda? Red Panda has his collection here too. So go support. Check out Dogeword.com. Don't delay. Buy today. Dogeword.com. Hey, yeah. Just got one of these. Can't wait to showcase this one in my book bag when they come in. Alright. So let's go over a few things that's been going down in the crypto world. What's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin is at currently $40,430.14. In the last 24 hours, we have a negative 0.02%, but it looks like, are we going down or are we going up right now? It's trying to make up its mind. It looks like we might go green. Oh, wow. You got it live. We went green live when Cryptechology started talking about Bitcoin. Look at that. You see the power I have, guys? How crazy was that, though, for real? Like, how crazy was that? That was pretty cool. Alright, so let's wow, look at that. We did that. We made that happen together. So thank you for your support. Everyone that's here supporting Cryptechology family and channel. And this was all because of you. Alright, while we are green, let's keep it going. So we're going to go over the quick weekly recap. Alright, there's a couple of things that I want to go over. Alright, so we have, I mean, there's a lot to go over, and we're not going to do it all, but we're going to pick some. Let's do a few different things. Let's do this like this. So the digital land debate, what's that about? Alright, so this is probably talking about Decentraland's ICO from back 2017. Okay, so here's to do a quick brief intro to this digital land. So if you haven't heard about digital land, well, basically it's digital land in the metaverse. Sandbox, you can say, was kind of like the starter of this all. I'm sure there were probably other digital worlds available, but Sandbox was really like, you know, the lead in the space, and then Decentraland, NFT World, and then there's more popping up after that. But Sandbox, Decentraland are two main ones you want to know about. Then after that would be NFT World for your digital worlds. Okay, these virtual worlds are designed to be sandbox games like Minecraft and Roblox. All right, and where the players can build their own assets and experiences, as well as socialize with other players. Okay, so what's the important feature about this? Well, it's a virtual world, and the land is scarce. All right, there's a limited certain number of parcels, and each individually ownable and customizable. So because of that, that's why you're seeing like the value of all of this becomes pretty, like substantial. The case for digital land. All right, so what's the case behind this? Why is it scarce, and what's the resource? So here are a few main arguments on the bull side of things. Number one, well, just like I said, attention is the scarcest resource. Scarcest. Two, technologies and platforms inspire new consumer behaviors, so which spark new business models and economic growth. That's actually a really valuable one. You see, a lot of times people, because it's so hard to vision the unknown, so many individuals are so used to being told what to do, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, when you're constantly being fed information, when you're constantly scrolling through social media, YouTube, and everything is constantly input, 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 all right? And it's happening at a fast rate, all right? 3 to 5 seconds, sometimes people's brains are working, and they're not even thinking, like literally. It's input, next, input, next, input, next, input, next. And your brain is not even processing any of that the entire time. And that's actually not fair to you. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is, and you got to work with it. So, but the cool thing about it, because that's happening, the people that actually stop and take a moment to think about what they just read, what they just learned about, they're able to become the innovators in that space, because mainly everybody else is just scrolling and looking for the next thing, this shiny syndrome. You're just looking for the next shiny item, all right, the next trend, the next big whatever, and you want to be the first to talk about it. But why? Being first to react on something is usually not good, because you you're you're putting yourself at an extreme disadvantage. Like, if anybody were to debate with you and you were the first one to communicate about something, you lose. Like, you lose. And the reason why you lose is because anybody that comes after you will have more information than you, unless you are literally the creator of the whatever, the entity, the trend, the news, the information, the source. If you are the source, that is a different set of rules. Okay, that's a totally different perspective. Okay, obviously you will be the first one to react on it. It's the source is you. You invented the idea. But even with that, because somebody else that comes in will have a totally different perspective on it, and now they have access to your information plus their own knowledge that then they can incorporate into their conversation. So it's okay to not be the first, and it's okay to look at something, read something, and not react. All right? And just think about what you just read about. Think about how it involves your life, and think about how you can continue to add value to that conversation or to that topic. All right? And then the last one here is the third, which is the virtual worlds can become a flywheel that sparks land value. So what is that flywheel? Flywheel is like that network effect, okay? So as land becomes available, all right, and people learn about the new technology, they come up with new ideas of how to utilize that land. And because of the new ideas that come about from how to using that land, all right, what happens is that we end up creating our own hierarchy of rarity of what's important. Then we start figuring out, oh wow, now that we have this land, we can use the land for this, that, and the third. Oh, well, these items also make this land valuable because I need to do this, that, and this with this item, okay, in the metaverse. So as you can see, as more and more technologies, platforms, and more people get involved, and that economic growth happens, and the new business models happens, right? The new use cases, the new ideas, right? So in turn, that goes all the way full circle, and a new person is entered. All right, a new person is entered, and now that new person that comes into the world has all of that previous knowledge that the rest of the community was working on. So now so that new person can take that new information and then go to the next, and then the next new person will have more new information, more technology, more you know, the tools to use, more land, and maybe less land, but more opportunities of using that land from other people's ideas, and then that creates a flywheel, and it keeps going in a circle, and it keeps growing and growing, and it establishes this huge network effect. And that's how we just continue to build on top of each other, and why collaboration is so important, and why collaboration is the keystone for blockchain technology. All right, and it's the only reason why Bitcoin is working is because of collaboration. All right, so that is going on to there. So, but we don't want to go too crazy. But for the bull case, we have to also talk about the bear. We can't just talk about one side of the story. So here's the case against digital land. All right, and here are some of the bear theses against digital land, and here are the few arguments behind it. Well, number one, digital land doesn't have the same network effects as the physical land. That is debatable. All right, I can't sit here and say that is essentially true in the current moment in time. Correct. Okay, because physical land you can actually use today. However, there are multiple gatekeepers when it comes to physical land, what you can do with it, zoning, what you can build on it, even if you can build on it, if it's protected, if there's a endangered species animal in the land, and then you end up getting, like, there's a lot more to that. So the pros and cons definitely need to be weighed out, but I see where they're going with it. But at the same time, this is just another example of the unknown, fear of the unknown, because you can't see the evidence. That doesn't mean the evidence doesn't exist. Absent of evidence is not is not oh shit, how does it go? Basically, I said it, because you can't see evidence doesn't mean the evidence doesn't exist. All right, because you can't see the strategy doesn't mean the strategy doesn't exist. It's because you can't see the wind, that doesn't mean the wind doesn't exist. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. No, how did that saying go? Why can't I think about how it goes? The absence of evidence is not absence of evidence does not mean, maybe evidence is not the right word, and that's why it's throwing me off for absence. But basically, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Just because you don't know, that doesn't mean the information does not exist. Okay? Simple as that. Just because you don't know, that doesn't mean the information doesn't exist. Just because you don't understand the strategy doesn't mean the strategy doesn't exist. It's because there's an absence of evidence that does not mean there is a absence of evidence. Why can't I think of how this saying goes? Alright, I guess I gotta look it up. I didn't really want to have to look it up because I thought I had it, but let's try this. It's an absence of evidence. Oh, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Didn't I say that? I thought I said that. Maybe I said that. I didn't even realize what I was saying, but I knew what I was saying. I don't know. Alright, but now you get it. Alright, the absence of evidence is not evidence that is absence. I don't like that word absence for some reason. It's like, because you know when you say a word multiple times, right? And then like all of a sudden it starts sounding weird and you're just like, am I even pronouncing this word correctly? That's what's happening to me right now. Abstinence. Now I'm thinking about the drink. Not financial advice. Don't drink. I mean, you do what you want. 21 or older. Just all right. Totally went sideways. Let's bring this back in here. Okay, so back to the digital land case. All right, so number 2, the most successful virtual worlds have had user-generated content, which led itself to an abundant world without unnecessarily limiting scarcity. Ooh, interesting. So that's like a straight jab, all right, to the metaverse right now, saying like, look, y'all need to stop trying to do like this scarcity game, because I mean, let's be real, all right? The ones that are talking about it, actually using it, creating content behind it, those are the ones that are successful, not because you bought, 5x5 space and you're gonna just give out, a fifth of a square to each person, and then that's it, and then you're gonna go for that scarcity game, that fear, which fear is, false expectations appearing real. Okay, I have to say that to myself sometimes. I don't know if you do too, but false expectations appearing real. If you've never heard about fear, if you never heard about that of the acronym of fear, false expectations appearing real. Okay, we can really, really screw ourselves up with having false expectations, okay, by convincing ourselves of the truth of our perspective and our knowledge, and refusing to add more information to what we already know. So we end up creating false expectations, and then we get nervous about implementing strategies, or just speaking out, or being yourself, or just talking to others, because you're nervous about whatever scenario you made up inside of your head. All right, and then the crazy thing about it is, when you go into the world and you go after that unknown, very rarely does your fear that you've created inside your head becomes true. So, but the thing is, we don't mark those memories. So then we end up still being fearful, because we end up telling ourselves, oh, well, we lucked out this time. Next time, let's be ready for the fear. Like, it's like you want the fear. It's like self-sabotage, and I don't understand it. I want to know how to win, not how to be afraid. I want to know how to be, being brave and being courageous is still doing something, even though you may have those false expectations that are appearing real. Even though you may have that fear, being brave and having courage is still doing it. All right. The next one. There are currently computational limitations to how many users can simultaneously be in a virtual world. Okay, yeah, that's true right now, but that's something, computational limitations. When I hear that, I mean, that's just basically means, hey, we gotta just back it up with more technology. That's all. I mean, that's actually, um, you know, we can solve that right now. So, digital land is a dependent on experiences, and the value of experiences eventually fades. Um, Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. That's a lot of assumptions with that statement. Digital land is dependent on experiences. No, that's just how you're using it right now. Um, Digital land could, I mean, and that's super vague. I don't know. I feel like that one was just like thrown in there just to have another argument to talk about. Um, so yeah. All right, let's go on back because I feel like that's enough on the metaverse. Let's go into one more topic piece, which is DeFi. All right, DeFi. I love DeFi. If you guys don't know about DeFi, well, you need to start learning about DeFi and how you can earn. All right, you can earn passive income by farming. So let's see. The state of Uniswap right now. Uniswap, all right. Some key insights to Uniswap. Total trading volume, correspondingly liquidity provider fees. It fell down in Q1 of 2022 this year, and the surge of interest in crypto NFTs of Q4 2021 subsided. Uniswap on Polygon found organic growth and became the leading non-Ethereum platform for V3 by transaction volume, even though it was the latest network to go live. Additionally, liquidity mining incentives in the upcoming quarter should continue to help drive growth. The community is exploring areas for further expansion on CeeLo. Yes, CeeLo, I love CeeLo. I've been using the CeeLo chain and the uh, Gnosis chain. Gnosis. God, what's with all these difficult words? I don't know the word. All right. And then the last Uniswap grants program gave out. Uniswap grant program gave out the largest grant wave in its history in Wave 6, which included a mix of grant proposals from the end of 2021. All right, well, that is it. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to go over so much more. We're going to go talk about the Bitcoin standard, the decentralized alternative to central banking. So stay tuned for that next episode. Until then, stay crypto, stay shiny, keep hodling, diamond hands. Let's get it. Catch y'all on the next.